So YouTube Live, right? Um, I'm here as a faith-based leader. What's the difference between a pimp, a pastor, and a politician, right? And what's the similarities? And I pay attention to those that are educators and family people that raise children. Pay attention to melanin content. I pay attention to questions and sounds. I pay attention to sounds a lot. And I'm here to call out Wesley Huff on his Christian doctrine, right? Because Billy Carson, dope ass individual, alien, uh, got walked into his lion's den and got to show his demons. And I want to see Wesley Huff's demons. And because I love my demons and I work with my angels, and we are Elijah, straw man, 369, spirit of sorrow, divine, masculine, and feminine balance. Because we heard you talk about some things, and we're here to question and give you sound that is of the biblical now. It's dope to engage with historians. I'm not a historian, I'm a nowian. I take those stories and I put it into the biblical times of now. Billy Carson got to show his demons. He got to show his vanity, his fame, his power, his money demons, and he also, I follow his journey. I know he was sick, and like you need balance. You need cupbearers. He didn't have any cupbearers for those type of engagements and those questions. And winning or losing debates, right, is cool, but to have moderation and cupbearers and having your disciples, having the people interpret what your vibrations are saying, because that's one of the dope things. Like people like Kanye, people that hit a certain level of fame, like they go through a process where um, the people that they all was working with, or they were all around with each other, right? They 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 look at each other and they see their demons, and now they got now they got an opportunity to call them out. So when you are in management or when you're leading people, right, or you're leading a family, owning your demons, you got to be balanced. I talk about 51% um, light or good or positive energy and 49% shadow or dense or demonic energy. Every person here wants to get a level of consciousness and awareness. They're upgraded to management, and people like Billy Carson is management, right? So people like me, I'm a cupbearer. I'm a spiritual warrior, right? I'm the type of person that comes in positions and you want to pray to Jesus. I'm gonna make sure you're doing the prayer intentionally. Intentions is a big part of magic, right? And I'm also a social media sorcerer. So people like Wesley Huff, like you ride in this wave, right? And then people like me jump in the wave, and we get to have a conversation with you. We get to have a conversation with your consciousness. Every time I engage with your social media accounts, every time we tag you, every time we say your name, um, because Billy Carson is going to he's going to another level. Him and his divine queen Elizabeth are doing some amazing things, and I listen to the message and not the messenger, and the message is still the same. The dope thing about it, he brought up the Kendrick Lamar, and they're not like us. And those that want fame and money, right? They fall victim to the virus that comes with fame and money. Right now, those systems are looking to be re-originated and elevated to a status where we get back to doing good business. We get back to and taking care of us. We get back to our community, right? We appreciate the love, right? And in that, once you get back to our community, Six Sticks and David Kemp, I'm pretty baked. I want to get baked. That's a great question. I want to get baked, right? But talking about the Billy Carson and the West, I'm Elijah from the Bible, right? So I'm Elijah now. That's the straw man that I came in. And in the Bible, there were stories like, you give me your last of your oil, we double that down, and we multiply it. Like, I've helped people in uh, hundreds of countries, right? I've helped thousands of people being baked and like sharing shit like that. That's the Kabbalah or the Tree of Life. Like, I have 10 children, right, and one grandchild, and pedophilic vibration, PDF, Roman, Greek vibrations are no longer accepted in any realm. So talking about West and the Christian or the Catholic, they have a lot of atonement that has to happen. So when I hear people that just ask questions and like they become the interrogator and they're not really looking for the answers, they're just looking to prove people wrong. That's called debating. And to have moderation, you need a moderator that is unbiased on melanin content, unbiased on alien or angel or demon status, right? He said fish cake. I appreciate that. It's actually Louvre. See the Louvre? You feel the energy and the tension now that I gave you, right? I appreciate I got 12 people in here. This is like haven't did a live on YouTube in a while, so I guess YouTube is lit now. Because I got more people on YouTube than I did in Facebook. I'm Facebook shadow banned. But I got hundreds of videos, if not thousands of videos, right? And this stands for encapsulation of the like love. Louvre is living universal values. Also the encapsulation of like positive, negative, neutral. And I was talking about the balance, right? When you balance and you got demon and angel, and we talk about pedophilic and perversion, like there's a level of maturity that has to come with these conversations. So we calling out West Huff. Like, I want to talk to you about Bible shit because I'm born in I was born in I'm an altar boy. I blessed churches at 3 years old, the Hager Church. I just did a sermon and a ceremony. I'm an urban shaman, a Rasta. Rasta, I believe Haile Selassie, the royal Haile Selassie of Ethiopia, has based a lot of their teachings and principles on the Christian. I'm part of the bloodline. Yeah, I'm part of the bloodline of the Abrahamic faith, the Abraham bloodline. Like, half my family is Muslim, Islam, half my family is Jew, not Jewish, not like blackish, right? So I'm part of the 12 tribes of Judah, 12 tribes of Israel. Yeah, we appreciate it. I'm sub. So look, I appreciate the sub. In this, right? The cleansing that's happening with all of the spiritual altars, the cleansing that's happening. What's going on, Daniel? The cleansing that's happening with all of the altars, right, is allowing people in moments that look like viral moments. You can't cancel somebody that have their own sphere of influence. This is just a great cleanse. But we calling West out. Like, we want to battle the gurus. So if you tag him in it, man, at Wesley Huff, tag him in this live. Like, we want his Christian talk, and we want to talk melanin and indigenous and native talk. Like, I like when people talk about our ancestors shit, right? Spencer Bean, we appreciate the energy exchange, man. Yo, you pushing all them buttons and putting it in there, you can tag Wesley Huff as well, bro. But yeah, man, we came on here and we got to listen to the sounds of Billy Carson. He showed, like I said, he showed his demons, and we got to listen to the sounds of Wesley Huff, and he showed his demons. And like I said demons, angels, fucking aliens, fucking different forms of deep state, church and state, militarized, deep state, right? So everything happened in 2023 of the great unveiling. So everything that was in the dark is now coming to the light. I don't care about being a multi-billionaire, millionaire, right? I got children with heirs. Like I've been married to like families and bloodlines that are wealthy. So like I have access to their trust and their assets and resources. That's when you marry somebody, right? You don't just marry the you don't just marry the person. You marry their family, and like you go to their family functions, you go to their Christmases, their Thanksgivings, their celebrations, their graduation. And while you're there, you can build a network with them. You can talk to them about your business. You can talk to them about your mission or message. You can listen to them talk about their shit, tell you their pain points. So it's pretty dope. So like my partnership that we're in right now, their family is Czechoslovakian and Chinese. They work for the government. They were part of the internet. They're a trust fund baby. And trust fund has large assets and liquidations. The dope thing about trust funds, especially now, is like everything is digital. So it's like being able to get those assets and resources and redistribute them into the marginalized communities and the indigenous communities. Like that's some pimp and mac shit. What's the difference between a pimp, a pastor, and a politician? So it's like people that want to talk, pastor talk. Like I'm a prophet. I've launched several ministries. Got Mac Ministries for Mindset Awareness and Consciousness. Mac shit, right? Mac Ministries 369. Had the Church of Mindset, the mission of Spirit of Sarah Hall. Like I said, I like being a faith-based leader. I like talking faith-based shit, right? And I appreciate the fact that there's been at least one person in here the entire time, ever since like 1 or 2 minutes into this. I'm grateful. Make sure I'm gonna be doing more lives on YouTube, since the YouTube algorithm. Fuck you, Leo Cohen, by the way. That's the owner of Google. Fuck you. Like all these top oligarchs, right? Niggas using these moments to come at niggas like Billy Carson that's been helping people that come from broke mentality. When he was talking about poor people, right? He was talking about poor people mentality. Poor mentality, like Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich is a great book to read, right? And the reason that it's a great book to read because it teaches you how to change your mindset from a self-sabotaging habit to mindsets. It set it up so that you are doing what successful people do and doing what people that got a wealthy mindset, an abundant mindset. Everything that we have in the physical first was a thought, emotion, vibration. And if you know how to do rituals or ceremonies that get your thoughts, emotions, and vibrations, you can shift your mindset to a positive mental attitude or a positive mental mindset, right? Napoleon Hill also wrote a book called Outwitting the Devil that wasn't published till 2011, right? 2011. And the reason that it wasn't published till 2011 was because his family in their Christian faith and belief thought it was blasphemous to have an interview with the devil. What you mean? Like the book talk about the devil all the time. So why not have an interview with the nigga? If one of God's chosen that know how to summon him in and have an interview with somebody that's gonna keep it a buck, right? Keep it a buck. The devil has no reason to lie. Which is the dope thing. So if you haven't read or listened to Outwitting the Devil, it's on YouTube. Google it. Outwitting the Devil. We have a YouTube. It's one of our videos, one of our most viewed videos, Outwitting the Devil. Right? But like to sit back and interview the devil and see how he get people to like be fearful of him. Christianity, the Abrahamic faiths help that. Like they make man think that they gotta go through all of this shit to avoid going to hell. When you avoid going to hell by doing good shit, doing intentional shit, like atoning for your shit, like knowing how to know that you have sense. Every person in the Bible, every one of the stories in the Bible, they all had their flaws.
The thing about them, they knew how to talk about them and atone for their flaws. The thing about this imperialistic, Zionistic, capitalistic patriarch that we are currently under, this militarized system we're under, right? It has a lot of pedophilic, perverted, immature, faith-based like perversion that was done to a lot of the spiritual shit. So we here to clean all that shit up now. Like that's why like things like outwitting the devil and knowing that the devil can get your lowest chakras of pleasure and power and status and money. These are things that like people and human and the devil is the god of. Heaven and hell is a state of mind. Religion only teaches you how to not get in heaven. I mean, not go to hell or how to get into heaven. That's what religion teaches you, and that no matter what religion it is, like, so when you start studying this and you like, you know what, I was searching for God and I found myself, right, and then I was like, well, I'm finding myself, and then I found God. I was like, yo, like I'm God. Like God is in my cells, in my DNA. God is in my breath. God is in these trees, so I'm gonna touch these trees. I was thinking today, like, bro, I used to sit under trees and just do videos and lives. Like I used to go to this big ass park that I was manifesting this dope ass festival that I'm still gonna have, yo. We was having this dope ass festival. It was like in the middle of these projects where like there's mad gun violence, mad youth, there's drugs, there's prostitution, there's marginalized situations that was set up by a stupid ass system. I don't give a fuck about any president, yo. Like I'm indigenous, I'm native, I'm private, I'm federal, I'm above that, the codes and statutes, right? I went viral for a video too that I did out in California. We was doing. I don't have a license. I drive anyway, or I travel because driving is like commercial. But I'm allowed to travel in my whatever my vehicle is, right? Whatever my ship and I posted a video and somebody took it and they made fun of us, like talking to the cop. I didn't get locked up that day. The vehicle I didn't have wasn't registered. Like I don't follow the codes and statutes of citizens. I'm not a citizen. My straw man was born into citizenship. Now we set up trust. I said I got a trust fund, baby. I got a trust fund partnership. I got 2.5, 3 children with this one. I got 10 children here total, right? Listen, what I'm sharing with y'all, right, in this live is like I've already been viral. So like this call out is because I know it's trending, and I watch Wesley Huff pop up in my frequency like 2 or 3 times on several different videos, and like I started following him, and like the following, I don't have notifications for every YouTube that pops up, but like just like when you go into Instagram, your fave five that's up. These are people that are more than likely tuned into your vibe or frequency. They either looked at something that you looked at, shared something that was similar. I love my algorithm. When you know your algorithm, you just operate in you. That's why it's 2:53 coming out of the 12:12 portal right before we go into this winter solstice. Like I said, I'm really a urban shaman. Like the reason Billy Carson or Kanye West or Tyrese have their meltdowns is because there's a lot of internal inner child work shit that they haven't handled or engaged with uh, socially, that's socially safe or sacred for them to do it. So people like Osho is made to look like a pedophile. People like Dr. Malachi York is made to look like a pedophile. But people like the dishonorable Elijah Muhammad is made to look like a hero. People like Malcolm X is look to like a terrorist. Fred Hampton is made to look like a terrorist. Sam Cooke is made to look crazy. Nina Simone is made to look crazy. Like this is the thing. When I share with y'all that like I know what times we're in, and like these are liberation times, and this is liberation of the mind, body, and soul. And the first forms of liberation is like political liberation. Like they're supposed to be for the people. I have a network, an underground railroad. Shout out to Harriet Tubman. I got a digital underground railroad. The underground railroad rolled through the city that I'm in right now, Newark, New Jersey. Y'all see I got the Free Palestine up there. Y'all see I got an organization for peace and youth up there. Y'all, if y'all wasn't here earlier, y'all see I got dope ass. That's the Kabbalah, right? The Kabbalah being. Like I'm an artist, I'm an art collector, I'm a faith-based leader, I'm a prophet. Like I do dope shit, right? So like these times of where these trending, like I'm come over here and like I'm gonna go live, and I think I'm gonna go live every day on here until Wesley Huff like get at me, cause I'm calling him out, bro. Like this is the thing, is no more canceling people that are from the original 12 tribes. No more canceling people with high level of melanin content. Look, there's only one race, and that's human. So there's highly melanated people, there's leastly melanated people with like the Chinese, some Palestinians, some Caucasians, and then there's melanin deficient people that like have a different bloodline that don't really have a soul. Like a lot of the pigment or melanin, right? Because melanin is in everything that I have. It's in my eyes, it's in my beard, and melanin is worth $450 a gram, right? So why is it that you should look it up? Do Google that. Um, when you realize the people with higher levels of melanin content right now, and the children of higher levels of melanin content will allow their race and their lineage to continue into the next forms of vibration. Like there's gonna be two separate planes. Like if I told you hell is a state of mind, there's gonna be an earth, aka the matrix, that a lot of people are stuck in and holding on to, that is no longer a part of the new world. And then there's going to be a new world that vibrates different, and we're focused on solutions, and we're really self-governing, yet we're operating in smaller tribes versus depending on these federal executive judiciary fuck systems that was really built on child labor, sex labor, child trafficking, human trafficking, war, pillaging, lying. It was built on a lot of fuck shit. It was built on saying, right, fuck that system, right? And it's really going to be functioning on smaller pockets where we're tending back to the land, because that's what humans' business was here. Everyone, when you work in symbiosis with your environment, you create a synergy of solutions. And when the chaoses or the fires happen, you're in position for it. But they got us working 9 to 5 or 10, 15, 20-hour shifts to keep a credit score, or to pay for a mortgage, or to pay stuff that they made up so that you can be stuck in their cycle, right? So, like, in order to go from that old third dimensional way of capitalistic way of living and re-originating and go into a way of more of symbiosis and synergistic living, and using rituals and spending time with family, and building out your family Bible, and really setting up, if there was a natural disaster, you don't have to depend on the federal or the state. You actually got a group of people that y'all can call, y'all can connect with. You actually have safe hubs and havens that's off the grid, that's underneath the grid, that's over top of the grid, that's on boats or what. Like when you learn that, right, then you know, like, and at first it starts with being able to plant a garden, or knowing people that plant gardens. And when you talk about God, right? When I said that when I look for God, I found that it was inside of me. God isn't inside a garden. God is inside of dancing. It's inside of holding ceremony, pouring libations. It's inside of the elements. It's inside of my locks. It's inside of these sacred designs and shapes that's on this dashiki that I have on. So like, I'm grateful to be in these now times. These are spiritually war times, and those that have the spiritual tools, they do this, use their spiritual tools and platforms to talk about spiritual shit. But like that whole Christian, like where, like even with calling out motherfucking what the fuck is her name? Candace Owens, right? So Candace Owens, like like my calls out is like, I don't care to embarrass you. I don't care to make a fool of you. I care to have exchanges of sounds, because like, yeah, man, like I got family members that are Christians, and if I say I'm Rasta, right? Like I could say that I'm Nigerian, Igbo. I could say that I'm Lenape, I'm a Lenape chief, shaman, warlock, right? I can say that I'm these things. I can say that I'm a part of the fivefold ministry. I'm a prophet, right? I can say that I'm a politician for my community. Who's my community? The youth, because I have children. families, because I have a families. The houseless, because I was part of the houseless for over a decade. The mentally able, because I have autism and Asperger's. The veterans, because I'm a military army vet, right? So these are, and the queer, because I'm a non-binary two-spirit. These are my communities that matter. These are my communities, right? So if people fall in these categories, I push, I promote them, I cover them, I offer my services free of charge to them, and then I also, like, I set up, like, my whole missions around that. Right now, we're focused on the families and the youth, also the houseless with mental health, and also sexual trauma and physical trauma that people experience. And that's why we're going directly at the pedophilia at this local level. We're about to have a ceremony, libations, and just like the Hakas did in fucking, was they in Switzerland or the Netherlands, just like they did. We're going to be doing that for our native and indigenous ancestors here in North New Jersey, calling out all of the past mayors that are highly melanated, that would love to do good or right by their people, but they were under, like, stupid systems. They was under very the Judaic. They was under highly mobsters, gang, Jewish-led influence. So it's like, I don't give a fuck about your mob ties. Our last name is Morgano. We got our ties. My grandfather, Josito Morgano, is going to be a part of that ceremony. My aunt Renee, like, December 18th at the city council meeting. But like, so these are our call outs. We call out the demons. We call out the unfair acts. And this is the thing. Once we call it out, like, we give you an opportunity to atone. And then in that atonement, like, however, if you fess up to it in front, and then you go through the process of wanting to atone, God and the ancestors will give you an atonement process. Right now, Wes, you got to talk to me, bro. Like, you talking about Christianity, that's my bloodline, from the bloodline of David. So, like, that's my bloodline. So you talking about our shit, we give people the pass to talk about our shit. Oh, I walk around my crown. I don't got my crown on right now, right? So I'm gonna go get my crown, right? So when I walk around with my crown on, right? People be like, yo, you think you Jesus? Look at Jesus. Look at Jesus. Yeshua, and I'm Elijah. And I'm Elijah from the Bible. Or on 369, or on Mac, or on Mashana, right? I'm a Black Panther. I'm an activist. I'm an intellectual property manager, right? I'm a faith-based leader for the interstellar frequencies that are quantumly, mechanically seen and unseen. That's what I am. Nah, no rest in peace, Billy Carson. I'm here to resurrect him, right? I'm Jesus. That's what he did with Lazarus. Billy Carson is Lazarus, and I'm here to resurrect thee, right? And how do you resurrect thee? Because my word is God. My word is bond. Like R.I.P. West, because we gonna tear Wesley Huff. Since you put the Matthew 16:18, right? Since you put rest in peace, Billy Carson, at Wesley Huff, because he wants to go and talk Bible. Like, watch I show you how to resurrect thee. Because that's the thing. The people that want to step on Billy Carson right now at a time where, like, him doing the lawsuit shit, it shows what the elites do, right? That's what elites do. And those that stand behind that, the Zionistic. So I told you about religion, right? So because I'm Elijah from the Bible, right? Religion assists humans on their way to avoid hell or get into heaven. That's what, if you follow the commandments, if you follow God's law, this is how you get grace when you die. Your merit is up there. But if you disobey God's law, right, reward and punishment, then you go to this place called hell. And a place called hell is that you fear God, or you fear death, right? Or you fear Lucifer. And you go to this place where you're stuck, and you can't just continue your cycle of, like, lifing. Because